Athens, Greece, and behind me is the Acropolis. It is beautiful. Now, Acropolis is something that would be on top of a hill, very high, where if the city was under siege, the people would go to there, and that would be their safety. So I'd love for you to come along with me and check it out. Hey Team Evans, I'm at the Theater of Dionysius, and this one theater would actually hold up to 17 to 19,000 people. You can see in the very back, this is the part that's kind of been restored. It's a really cool place to be. It's designed where the theater people could be down on the floor and not have to scream because their voices, the sound would reverberate all the way up, and you could hear clearly even at the very top. A really neat concept for this time. And behind me are the walls that go up to the Acropolis, and if you look at them, you can see how steep, straight up they are. If you could imagine a sieging army coming in, it would be very difficult to climb those rocks. They're going to be slick, and this would be a great formidable defense for Athens. So I'm walking into the entrance at the Acropolis. It's beautiful. We are the highest thing up here, and we are approaching the Temple of Athena.
Stay with me, girl.
And it is really cool. Behind me are some ceiling tiles. They were literally at the top of Athena's temple. Look how beautiful they are. These are hand carved, no computers. These are all done by hand, but I really want you to see how thick they are. Could you imagine the weight it would take to support the thickness of these tiles? Incredible feat. So cool of engineering. Behind me is the Parthenon, the temple to Athena. It's beautiful, it's gigantic. You can see some of the intricacies up at the very top. There was different gods on both sides, and it's been destroyed, but they're trying to rebuild it. It's almost like a puzzle how they were trying to rebuild it, because they have some of the pieces, but not all of them. So they have to go back through and find what pieces they don't have, and then supply those pieces now, and then they can remake it. They've been remaking it for over 100 years. So this is a really special place where we are today. So I'm on the other side of the Parthenon, and you could see how massive it is. The front of it is 8 pillars wide, and down the side is 17 pillars. It is really remarkable. Now, if you'll look closely at the pillars, you can see they're actually in pieces. These are not just one column. They're actually, it is one column, but they're made up of smaller pieces. They would heat liquid metal, and they would pour it into already cut out rectangular holes, and then that's what would fuse the two together. There is another Parthenon. It's in Nashville, Tennessee. You could actually go see it there. It's not as old and as cool as this one, but it's really neat to go and experience that. Only place in the Acropolis to exit and enter, and it is in the top, and you could see the city around, and on the other side you could actually see the ocean, the sea, and where they would be able to observe people coming and going, any armies trying to attack or siege their city. And then again, to the Acropolis is where they would come, and so this was the only entrance or exit to the Acropolis. There's no other place that you can get up to it. So we just finished the Acropolis, and the next place we're headed to is right over my shoulder, and that is Mars Hill. That's where a lot of great minds would go to think and discuss different items of the day or thought-provoking ideas. And so we're going to head there next. Along this pathway and up the stairs behind me sits Mars Hill. And this is where the philosophers of the day, great philosophers of the day, like Socrates and Plato, would sit and discuss questions. Along came Apostle Paul. It's recorded in the Bible in Acts, and he actually presented Christianity to them because they had never heard of Jesus before. So this is a really neat historical place of great significance. Thanks for touring this with me.